Nate, I guess we talked to Coach Dowse yesterday. One of the things he said is no matter where you are on the depth chart, no matter what's going on with you personally, injury-wise, you always prepare like you're going to start and play a lot. How have you been able to kind of like maintain that level throughout your entire career here?
Just be consistent and show up and be the same person every day, whether it's going good for you or going bad for you. You just got to remember, just be consistent every day and be ready for whenever your number's called.
How do you feel like the defensive ends have really handled all the adversity you guys have had to deal with because of injuries?
Great, man. We have a great room. All of us guys, we got love for each other. Even the new guys who came in, we all bonded really well. So we know it's next man up mentality, and we got a really deep room. I think everybody in the room can play from, like I said, the oldest to the youngest.
How would you evaluate your play over the past couple of weeks, seeing your snaps increase?
Definitely room for improvement. I mean, thankful for the opportunity, but room to improve.
And what areas do you really want to feel like you want to get better at?
Want to just continue to work in my run and pass defense, being where I need to be, and then making the big-time splash plays.
What leads the next man up mentality? I mean, I'm sure there are times where guys aren't getting snaps early, and it's like, but what powers them through, or what do you guys discuss?
Coach Dews, Coach Bates, Coach Dowse, they all do a great job talking about it's a team effort, it's a team thing. Everybody's playing a role. Even if you're not completely in the role you want to be, you're always one play away from being in that role. So they do a great job of just keeping us in the loop and making you feel like you have a purpose, and then whenever your number's called, being ready.
How do you think Isaiah Neal's been doing, jumping in on the end?
Ghost, man, he's great all around. I mean, football player, outside of football. I mean, you name it, he's a great all-around kid, man. He's been great. Wherever you need him, special teams, offense, defense, he does it all, man. He's a great kid.
Does he talk as much on the field as often?
Yeah, he's a funny guy, man. He's great. Yeah, he has a great personality.
How do you approach this weekend's game? Because obviously this defense had a lot of success against Syracuse last year. I mean, you kind of like take some things from that game or just kind of approach it like it's
we try to approach every game the same each week, take it day by day. And I mean, we know we had a good game last year, so just trying to go and do the same thing this year for real.
6 games down, 6 to go at the midway point of the season. Just how are you feeling physically at the midway point?
We're feeling good. I think I do a good job taking care of my body. I've kind of been in college football for a while now, so I've learned all the tricks and hacks to staying ahead of it, and I feel pretty good.
As a guy that's been around this program a while, you've had a handful of new defensive ends this year, Joey, Blaine, and Jaden. How have you sort of taught them maybe the culture about this program when they first came in?
First of all, I think the coaches did a great job bringing in guys who would fit and kind of mesh well with the family. And we do things outside of just football, hanging out, just kind of brotherlyhood things, whether it's playing Madden together or going bowling or something like that. And it's brought us together and meshed, and, of course, extra film together and stuff like that, just what I've learned, what they've learned, and then putting it all together.
How has having the consistency of Jimmy Scott really helped you guys during all the injuries?
Jimmy, man, he's a cornerstone in our D-line for sure, man. It's been awesome to have him healthy the whole year, and for him to be able to be out there and be one of those consistent guys who's continued being able to play. It's been great having him.
And for everything you've dealt with in your career, like, do you appreciate the game at a different level, like when you look at these matchups, these opportunities?
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, being here this long, seeing, 7 different uniforms I've worn now here, you just learn to take every game for, you appreciate every game. It's not like, what's going on later. Like, nah, you just take it game by game. You really appreciate it.
You kind of talked about consistency, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Coach Dowse talks a lot like Charlie Partridge. Like the message is the same, their coaching style is the same. How has that been able to just like, whenever he came in, did you guys just kind of keep on doing what you were doing?
Yeah, 100%. Coach Dowse, he's the same every day. He comes in with the same energy. He expects the same out of all of us. He's a consistent guy himself, so that's what he expects out of us.
What have you noticed about the offensive line as they're also dealing with injury issues, and how Coretta and Kendall Stanley have stepped up?
Same thing, next man up. Them kids, they weren't where they wanted to be at the beginning of the year, and number called, and they're filling in that spot, and I think they're doing a great job, and I look for them to keep improving each week with having the opportunity.
Speaking of kids, just what are your impressions from when you met him to what he's been doing with Mason Heichel?
Mason's my guy. Mature, I'll say that. Just for a freshman, I think he's extremely mature on and off the field. I think he carries himself as a leader, and the kid has a very bright future, obviously. So, 10 out of 10 guy.
How do you guys kind of adapt to that when here's a kid who was just in high school, comes in with those type of qualities? Like what immediately allows you to gravitate to somebody like that?
I mean, I think it's just all how you carry yourself and how you conduct your business, you know. He came in with a humble attitude and got to work, never thought that he was the best or this, that, and the other, or maybe he did, but, I mean, he just worked, you know, in a respectful way and did it the right way. So I think that's how he earned the respect of the whole team.
Yep. When talking to Coach Dowse yesterday, he said one of the biggest changes in your game was just approaching practice differently, like really going hard at practice, kind of rubbing off on the other defensive linemen. Have you seen that in your game, and that has allowed you to kind of step up these past 2 games?
Absolutely. His biggest stress to me was just taking everything from every period, from going to Indy to group with the O-line to team. And I could definitely see myself prior weeks that team wasn't really like my strength. Everything wasn't where it needed to be. And once I focused on that and went out to team and started to just perform and started to make the exact plays that I knew I could, you know, he definitely showed confidence in me, and I'm happy I could go out there and show him that he could keep having confidence in me.
Did you see those results right away? Like after you were doing that, like you would see things that you were immediately doing better?
Yeah, because I think he told me 2 weeks prior that I was practicing better. I was having great weeks of practice. And on, like, the week he really emphasized it and actually, like, told me face-to-face, like, I see you. That was the week I went out and got a sack. So that definitely, like, it showed me, like, it's coming together. But let's keep going, you know. Just keep trusting in him. Just keep listening to everything he's trying to coach me.
Sorry.
You're good.
I just want to follow up. Do you appreciate that he came, like, you guys had a face-to-face? Like, sometimes those situations can be passed through, but that you guys were able to do it that way?
Oh, no, I love that he came to me and let me know. You know, that's one thing I love. I love being coached. The biggest thing was him just letting me know the little things, like the littlest things in my game. Like it could be my alignment that could stop me from getting off the ball a certain way. And once I fix that, now I'm getting off the ball. Now I could go make a play. So I definitely appreciate him coming to me one-on-one. Appreciate all the coaches.
Can you walk us through your fumble recovery from the other day, and how much confidence does a play like that give you?
Oh, man, I ain't gonna lie. So I didn't even know, but, you know, according to Coach Dowse, I only had about like 5 plays. And that drive, he's told me I was starting off the drive. And, you know, right before that, we do the fourth quarter where we come together. And, you know, I wear number 4, so my mindset was just like, I believe that guy had something special for me in that fourth quarter. Number 4, I felt like the fourth quarter was for me. And it was just as simple as defeating a double team and running down the line. And, you know, Shadarian Harrison, great player, made a great play. And I was just there to, you know, get the ball back to the offense. That was my biggest thing. Just make sure the offense get the ball back, you know, and we won. So.
Going back to practice, so being a younger guy, and also you might not be a starter, but it's pretty evident that you're one of the first guys that always goes through a drill, or even before the game, you're always one of the first reps. Why is that important to you to be up there first?
So it's a lot of like mental toughness with it. You know, one day it could be, you know, all right, we're going to go through every drill, be the first one. You know, because I know one thing about me is I have a motor. So I know, okay, I'll get a little tired from running the Indy drill, trying to be the first one, be a little tired. Now when I go through the drill, I'm just practicing, you know, playing tired, but playing my hardest. So now in a game, we might get some tempo, or little things like that. And the other thing is, I just be excited. I just love football. I just love practice. So, you know, we get to the drills, like, all right, come on, let's go.
Going back to your recruitment, you were committed rather early, so I think you kind of took on a role as being a leader, kind of getting a lot of guys. Mason did the same thing last year with the current freshman.
Yep.
How would you kind of compare your 2 leaderships, just leading your guys like that?
It shows for sure. Even when being young, you know, me and Mason are both Eagles, you know, in the leadership council. So things like that show. That's one thing that Coach Dewis has always praised me on from the recruiting process, that I was a leader. And with being a leader, I feel like it brings everybody together. Because if I'm saying one thing, I have to act on it. And then once my teammates see me acting on it, now we become a whole unit. And once the whole unit is going, you know, we win games. You know, everybody gets, you know, like everything that they wish for, because everybody's doing their job, everybody gets to make plays, everybody's having fun. So I definitely say, like, Mason, him being a leader so young, it definitely fires you up. You know, hearing the speeches and hearing his confidence, you know, it's definitely a big game changer, especially coming from younger guys.
Where does your nickname come from?
I had a feeling I was going to get this. So my nickname, I saw it somewhere else, but when I saw the name, I just knew that with the person I was, with the player I was, you know, my personality, I just felt like I could brand it more. I would actually bring it up. And nobody started off calling me the bread man. Like, I would just post and just keep calling myself that. And then once, the game elevated, I think it just became love with it. So I just appreciate everybody. I just appreciate the love around the name. And it's definitely sticking.
What stands out to you about Syracuse offensively?
Very explosive. O-line gets off the rock. Have a very good backfield. They make plays happen. Very patient. They trust those big guys up front. It's our job to, just reset the line of scrimmage, do our job, and make plays.
Do you know their running back at all because he was committed here?
Yeah, he was. We were actually on the same OV. Great kid, real cool guy. And between them 2 days, we was cool. We follow each other on Instagram and everything. But he's definitely a great player, and I knew that when, seeing him back then. It was going to be definitely excited to go against him and see him, and definitely chop it up after the game.
Just had a quick aside question. You're from Philly.
Yes, sir.
What's it been like living in Pittsburgh? I mean, there's kind of that rivalry. I'm sure you grow up. What's it been like? What do you tell people about what it's like in Pittsburgh?
Not too many people really ask me, but I tell them, like, it's real chill. Like, in Philly, I wouldn't be able to walk to Chipotle and slides. In Pittsburgh, you get to do that. So I'll say it's relieving. You definitely get more peace. You got, like, great views of the city. Great food spots. Very different food spots as well. And it's just peaceful. But it's still a city. So, you still got activities, a lot of things that's going on in the city. But I tell them, like, I definitely love Pittsburgh. I feel like Pittsburgh is for me.
What's your favorite place to eat?
Favorite place to eat? Right now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm jumping between spots. I've been jumping between everywhere, but I'm not. I can't pick. There's a lot of spots here though, but I'll say like
top 2 or 3.
top 2. I do like. It's a spot called KT's Fish and Chicken. I ain't gonna lie, I think that might be a team thing. Because when I first visited here, I had it, and I told myself when I came back, like, all right, I'm gonna get this a lot. So I'll say that, and probably Chipotle on campus. That's real good. You can't go wrong with that, I don't think. A little bowl,
Kendall, when did you kind of know that you were going to go into Saturday as the starter? Just how did you kind of prepare for that moment?
I would say just overall, I always stay prepared, doesn't matter what game it is. And I was just when Percy just went down, I was going to step up, and it's just that next man mentality. So as far as Coretta too, whoever goes down, we both going to step up to the plate.
You and Jeff Percy were competing for that spot for most of training camp. How do you think that competition really helped you obviously you were ready, but how did that help you for when you did have to step in?
I would say just that, like I said before, just that next man mentality, just being prepared for whatever happens in the game. As far as positions too, like if I got to step on left guard, right tackle, whatever it is, so just that next man mentality.
How comfortable did you feel? What did you think of the tape after you watched it?
How comfortable did I feel?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's room for improvement. It crosses all the boards, but as an O-line, I think we played decent. But we can always play better. As far as me too.
How much pride does the offensive line take in staying cohesive, no matter the 5 that are up there?
I would say all of us. We all played with both. As far as the left side, the right side, like I said, just the next man mentality. We all got to stay prepared, and that's why we all have to buy in. We all got to be ready.
How about these freshmen right now? Just with Mason, obviously taking a lot of headlines, but Boosie too. What are you getting from just these 18-year-olds stepping up?
What's crazy is I'm not even surprised because I've been seeing it since fall camp. As far as really all the freshmen, you got Gio Cooley, and you got even Juju Anderson, who's on scout team, man, who's getting constantly better every week, man. So just all those guys.
What's Mason like in the huddle? What's he like as a leader of the offense?
Man, he's been great as far as far as just even hearing him when we want to hear the cadence, he yelling, and I would say just. And you can listen to him too. He make you want to listen to him. So he's been great.
It feels like the run game has opened up a little bit more in this past couple of games. What would you attribute that to? Is the offensive line opening more holes, or are the running backs just hitting it more aggressively? I
would say us just being a cohesive offense as far as being good at offense. As far as pass and run. The pass is going to, what Coach Doozy, what he talks about, the pass is going to open for the run, and the run going to open for the pass. So we got to be good at both of those things.
game inside before?
Inside?
Yeah.
What do you mean inside? Oh, inside the dome? Oh, no, I haven't. This is my first time going inside the dome. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
So you guys have had different road challenges. Obviously, West Virginia was loud. Last weekend was loud. I mean, are you guys preparing any differently just because there is a roof? It might be loud, anything like that?
Yeah, we prepare. We've always prepared, like, as far as cadence, solid cadence, and, yeah, we'll be ready.
What do you see from Syracuse defensively? What kind of challenges do they pose?
They're a great football team, and they're a hungry football team as far as that. So they're going to be ready, and we're going to be ready.
Their defense, like facing an aggressive defense, but it's huge. How is it different from what you saw from Florida State?
Obviously the front, like the different fronts and stuff like that. But that's as far as game planning and stuff like that. But nothing crazy. I mean,
You see the physicality though. With
yeah,
Syracuse?
they're a physical football team. And like I said, they're hungry. They've been seeing. The bye week that they just had, I know, and us as an O-line, we know that they're gonna come. They're gonna bring it.
I mean, I'm sure you saw it in practice and knew about them coming in, but how cool was it seeing Desmond Reed just take over a football game?
Man, that was crazy. Even me just blocking down the 3-tech, and I just seen Dez just running through the gap. So yeah, it's unbelievable. Just being as part of the offense and just seeing Dez, man.